Day number 21, 30 days of feeling. No topics today, just how do I feel in this moment? I feel like a nice little yawn. I think lately I've mostly just been feeling just so much joy and gratitude for how much space I have in my life. I get to do work. We talked about this in the men's group call last night. I get to do work that is just so fulfilling to me. Like watching, guiding, and providing insight and space for men to transform and grow personally and professionally is just truly such an amazing experience. Watching my clients do things that they didn't used to do because they're feeling more empowered than they ever have before. What does it make me feel? It just makes me feel so like happy and thankful that the world is changing and that people can change and that we can evolve. I think it's just such a beautiful experience, and it really highlights what we're here to do, which is evolve and create new amazing things. And I just feel like there's a lot of peace in that. And I feel like there's a lot of safety in that. And I feel like there's a lot of joy in that and adventure in that. I think that it just feels so good. And right now, like in my life and in my work, I'm only working with a handful of clients. I just have so much space right now in my life. Like this morning, I went to basketball practice at 7 a.m. And then since then, I've had nothing. I've just been chilling. I drank cacao, sat in my driveway, sat in the sun for a little, thought about some things, watched Sherlock Holmes like videos and read the comments. And then I thought, like, I really want to write something awesome. So I came upstairs and I started to write out my second course video for the Leaders to Legends Presence, Peace, and Power course for my men's group. And I had a really, like, just brilliant. It just came to me. It just makes sense and it feels good and it feels correct. And so I just feel like this chapter of my life with so much space to create just feels phenomenal. I worked really hard and I practiced and I got a lot of experience, put myself in a position where I could create the space to build more things, to evolve, to grow, and most importantly, just to like live my life sustainably. Like I'm not, I'm not like obscenely rich to where I can just like do whatever I want, whenever I want in that capacity. But I feel extremely free where I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, freedom wise. Like I don't have anything or anyone restricting me from things, and I don't feel like money is a barrier. I still have such amazing experiences. I still get to go on great trips. I still am planning more things. I'm earning more income every year. I'm just doing things. I just feel like I'm doing the right things. It just feels phenomenal. And then to have all that space to play and have my basketball practice. I'm gonna play some PUBG after this, and then go do a session later. And then I'm getting the guys together tonight for an amazing dinner in a restaurant. The local legends in South Florida, we get together like every other week, and we just connect and go a little bit deeper with each other. It's just like what an incredible life. It's like going to Costa Rica next month, taking 10 guys to Costa Rica on the beach for a week, and just going to connect and just live and explore and expand and evolve. Man, it feels so good just to think that my life at one point was so stressful. And I've said this stuff a million times, but as I sit here now and reflect and I feel into my life, I just feel so calm. I feel so peaceful. I feel spiritually so at ease. And I feel like I was telling the guys last night, I think I learned in my early 20s, like what I wanted the most was enlightenment. I wanted to feel that freedom of I'm doing the right things in my life and I'm following the right path, and there's a certain level of like divine grace that is like expressed when I'm in that space. It just feels like I'm floating, kind of like things just happen so effortlessly. There's no force, there's no pressure. It's just so smooth. That doesn't mean that there aren't adversities and my mind wanting to make those into bigger things than they are. It just means that when push comes to shove, things are moving smoothly. And I think that I feel that that is the result of divine protection, divine guidance and me following the path that's in front of me, and my like destined path, so to speak. And I feel like that wasn't something that I was always comfortable doing, and it was very challenging for me in the beginning because I was just so insecure about what everyone thought about me. I was so different. Per the last video, my self-talk was so bad. I was just so judgmental of myself. I would never have had the courage to, post content on social media and put myself out there physically, now but mentally, and now spiritually. I mean, that feels good. It feels so good, but also I'm not naive to know that everyone's going to think that everyone's going to think. Some people are going to have a lot of judgments towards me for my beliefs. And I'm okay with that. Practicing being okay with it. It's not always easy. Mostly just because I'm not actually communicating with a lot of the people that are seeing this video. But when I have a conversation with people, I think things make a lot more sense, and you can just see I'm a big the answers are in front of us kind of guy. Combined with a big I'm getting these feelings and having these intuitions and seeing these things happen in my life in certain patterns, and it's just so perfect and brilliant. There just must be some magic. I'm a big magic guy. So I think that kind of sums up my spiritual beliefs. Magic. I believe in magic. So yeah, I feel excited to share more of that stuff. And I feel as I sit in this chair today in my little throne, I feel really peaceful, and I feel excited for a season of working with the best clients I've ever worked with, hosting and facilitating in the most powerful group of men I've ever assembled, facilitating and creating the most powerful space I've ever created at the retreats, and then taking all the rest of my energy to building, creating, and developing the best course, the best writing, the best books, the best videos that I've ever made and put out, and best content. So yeah, it just feels so good. And as I sit here and check in with myself, you might be feeling terrible. You might feel like your life sucks, or it's not good right now, or you're not enjoying anything, and that's okay too. We just need to create space to express that, and that's all I'm doing here right now. Is I'm having a conversation with myself to understand where I'm at and to just get the practice in. Everyone is practicing meditation and practicing calming the nervous system. Do you practice talking to yourself and communicating to yourself from a place of honesty? Is honest communication a practice that you put into play? Because I don't think that there's a more important or useful practice than being openly communicative and honest with yourself day to day in your life. And for me, I take the first 30 minutes of every day and I go on a walk and I just talk to myself about what's coming up for me, what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing, how did I sleep? Did I have any dreams? What were those dreams like? Did I not like them? Did I like them? Am I attaching too much to them? And it just helps me settle. It's so easy to attach so much meaning to everything. And it takes a really empowered person to just let go of things that just don't matter and to live steady, smooth. And so that's what I aim to do in practice, and that's why I'm here practicing today. And today I happen to feel fucking amazing. I don't always feel amazing. Some days I don't feel as good. Some days I feel kind of off. Some days I didn't get good sleep. Some days I just feel tired. Some days I feel frustrated. Some days I'm really not angry, almost ever. So that doesn't really something I feel. And I'm usually not sad either. And I'm definitely not usually guilty or shameful, like when I wake up in the morning. I have moments of guilt or oops, I should have done that, or oh man, bro, why did you do that? But we work through it, and I get myself out of it, but I don't usually live in it. And I usually live in peace. I live in a lot of peace. I live in a lot of presence. I live in a lot of relaxation and joy and chill. And then I rev myself up for different things that I do. I live in a lot of play. And that's been a practice. I've stacked those things. It wasn't always that way, and that's the whole point of all my content, is to show you. I mean, you can look back at my videos from long ago where you can see that I was working towards these things, but I wasn't there. I wasn't really fully in it yet. And it's been a practice. I feel good about that. I feel good about practicing. I feel like I'm a great practicer. I practice a lot. I try and be disciplined with my practices, but I'm mostly just trying to create a life around the practices. That way it's kind of just built in. It doesn't feel so hard. But anyway, the point of today is just checking in with yourself and just feeling how you feel and seeing what comes up. And for me, I feel great. I feel stoked for life. I feel excited to see my guys. I feel great about my session later. I feel awesome about making this video. I feel great about writing up my second course video. I feel really excited to shoot it. I feel great about my basketball practice this morning. I feel fantastic about where I live and the sunshine coming in. I feel amazing about the Legos I'm about to build. I feel awesome about the video games I'm about to play. I feel great about the cacao that I drank and the sun that I absorbed and going to see my family this weekend and getting my guitar. I just feel great about all the things in my life. And I feel blessed. I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed to be alive and to get to experience it. Especially after just so many generations of ancestors before me that just didn't have it so easy, so smooth. So I feel like I'm honoring them by really enjoying my life. That feels really good. I feel sore. I'm very sore. I worked out hard. And yeah, that's how I feel about my life today. I just feel fucking thankful. Oh, it feels so good. I feel it here. I feel it here. The back of my neck. I just feel very still. I have nowhere to be, truly. Nowhere to be. Wow, what power. I don't answer to anybody. Yeah, that was just like 8 seconds of just power. Nothing came. I couldn't even think. It was just there. I feel like that's the place that I am pulling from. Oof. Boy, oh boy, do I have some good things cooking right now. That's what I feel. I'm just like marinating so much. It feels so powerful. I'm really proud of myself for trusting myself and trusting God and following my path, my little destiny. Takes all the weight off. I don't like weight. I like freedom. I like flow. I like swift movements. I like harmony. I feel harmonized. Power. Question is, what do you feel? How do you feel? Why do you feel it? How can you change it? Where are you being called to? What are you being called to? What are you not listening to? Who are you not listening to? Why aren't you listening? What will happen if you do listen? What might happen if you listen? Man, I promise you ask those questions and you let yourself answer. And you take action to follow, your life will change. As mine has. And I must say, as I sit here, right now, March 13th, 2025, 31 years old, my whole life's in front of me, and that feels very powerful. And if I die, I die empowered. And if I live as a creator. Who do you live as? Something to think about. Something to feel into. Brought tears to my eyes. Always does. That's why I like doing this, I think. It makes me cry almost every time, feeling how powerful I am. And it's so funny. Power, it's not like what I used to think power was, which is like this external expression of force. No, power is this subtle representation of everything. And when it's manifest in the moment, it dwarfs everything. Just dwarfs it. It's so strong. Wow. I literally can feel it in my stomach. It's outside. Outstanding. What am I feeling? I'm just feeling the emotion associated with the realization of who I am, what I am, how I am, and the energetic flow that comes to me when I give myself permission to believe that I'm capable of greatness and doing amazing things. And I just can't express what that feels like. Maybe you felt it. Whew. As always, I never expect any of these videos to take me anywhere particularly. Definitely don't expect this, but it feels good and I'm happy for it. So I will continue to operate from power so long as I live. And I hope that you will as well. Try. Explore yourself. Dig a little deeper. See what you find. And hold it close to you. As you continue to come into the awareness that you get to choose. The only way that you don't have power is because you give it away. Just keep it. And good things will happen. I feel really good about sharing this message today. And I feel excited for whoever's listening to really listen and process this and take it in. I think there's so much to gain from it. I know that what I'm saying is true. So far as I have experienced. Nothing outside of yourself. Just within. And then I'm so sore. Just like, that's hysterical. Such a great, so grounding. It's why I love life. It's so funny. I'm in this incredible mental, spiritual, emotional place. And I'm just so floaty, and then ow, my fucking arms hurt, my legs are tired. I'm so sore, and it's like, what an exciting world where I can be Graham, this person that people experience, and I can be this presence that is ethereal and imaginative, which is just the coolest thing by far. Maybe that's for a different video. Anyway, yeah. I feel like I shared what I wanted to share today. I don't think I had any intentions to share anything. I think I just shared. I think that's what these videos are for, and that's what the whole purpose of this you can call it a course if you want, but really it's just a 30-day practice of communicating how you feel with yourself. And as always, if you're not that good with your vocal words yet, your spoken word, start with your written word. And if you're not that good with your written word, figure out a way to start communicating with yourself that makes sense for you. And I promise if you can continue to do that, compound it over time, you're just going to find yourself speaking more words of empowerment over who you are and making more interconnections, which are going to result in more external creations that you are excited about. Like the relationship you've been looking for, the work that you wanted to do, the income you wanted to earn, the art you wanted to create, the life you wanted to build, the music you wanted to make. Insert whatever it is, comes from that place of power, and it comes from you communicating with yourself. And for me, there's multiple parts in this video that I'm like, oh, part of me wants to be insecure about sharing with people. I don't care. I don't have the energy to give to others about arguing whether who's right, who's wrong. My life is fucking amazing. I know it's going to get better. I am destined to share this message at scale. Whatever this message is. Presence, peace, power. Sure. Keep it simple. I don't care who disagrees with me or why. And I'm going to continue to live my life as peacefully and as much in harmony as I possibly can, because I just don't really have the energy to argue with people, nor do I feel like it. So even though I might feel a little insecure, it's not going to stop me from sharing, because I'm not afraid of what other people think about me. And I'm not going to let them, I'm not going to give them my power. Silence myself. I'm not going to silence myself because I'm afraid of them. And that is a practice for me to learn to just be comfortable with who I am and how I am and what I share and how I share it. And it doesn't mean that I'm flagrant and that I'm just going to be crazy and wild out and just say wild, outlandish things. No, it just means that I'm not going to hold back things that I do know need to be said. And that's nice. Feels good to me. Yeah. So I feel great about that. I feel great about myself. I feel great about my life. I'm okay with being insecure in moments. Those moments don't impact my actions. That's power. And that's what I've been practicing. Because it hasn't always been easy. And that's why I try and share with the other guys that I coach and teach them. And teach really anybody who's open to listening. And encouraging them to speak up. Because I don't have to agree with someone in order to feel empowered by their power and desire to share. That's great. I mean, when we all come together, we're going to build a way better life and a better world. We need each other. I think that's what's so exciting about life, is we all have a little puzzle piece that comes together to create something cooler. And I'm a big fan of that. So anyway, that's kind of how I feel today. I really enjoyed this video. This one was cool. So many different little flows, and I enjoyed sharing myself, and I hope that those of you who are watching are enjoying getting to know me more. And with that said, wish you an incredible day, and I wish you presence in your life, wish you peace in your heart, and I wish you power in your mind and soul. It feels good. Legends found a way. Peace, peace.